Formulations of national trade policy. There are economic and political reasons for the governments of all countries to intervene in international trade. Government interventions generally consist of the restraint the importations of certain goods and services, at the same time that adopting measures that promote sports. The final objective is the protection of national producers and jobs from foreign competitions. There are seven main instruments for trade policy: tariffs, subsidies, import quotas, voluntary export limitations, local content requirements, administrative policies, and anti-dumping tariffs. A tariff is a tax on import or export. There are two kinds of tariff. The specific ones that are charged has a fixed charge for each unit of an imported good, and the ad valorem ones there are determined has a proportions of the value in the imported article. The main purpose of the tariff is the protection of domestic producers from foreign competitions by increasing the price of import goods. Tariffs generate revenue for the governments. Those most affected by the policy are consumers because they must pay higher prices for certain products. The good economy is also affected to the fact that the generally efficiencies of the makers of the markets is reduced with tariffs because national companies prefer to produce domestically goods that the good probably be produced more efficiently abroad. That is, there is inefficiency of the recurse. By increasing the productivity of national companies, the country's economy is also benefited due to the jobs and income taxes derived from the positive results. An import quota is a direct restriction in the quantity of the good can be imported into a country in general. These restrictions operate with the issues of import license of groups of individual or companies. All political arguments seek to protect the interests of certain groups of the nation's producers at the expense of consumers. Economy arguments seek to increase the total wealth of the nations and the benefit of both producers and consumers. And the political arguments in favor of interventions are: first, the protections of jobs and industries; second, the protections of national security, which refers to the fact the country sometimes warns that it is necessary to protect certain industries because they are important for the security of the nations. Generally, these are related to defense. Thirdly, there are the reprisals that are used as a negotiations tools to open foreign markets. This is a risky measure because, if accepted, it can be liberalize trade and produce economic gains. But if it is not, the other countries may respond with a new retaliations that affect both countries in a negative way. The new trade theories state that in industries where are substantial economies of scale, it means that the world market will only be profitable for new companies. Countries predominate in the export of certain products simply because they had companies that materialize the advantage of moving first. The arguments for strategic trade policy is made up of two explanations. First, it affirms that with the appropriate actions, a government increases national income if it somehow ensures that the companies that appropriate the advantage of acting first are national and not foreign. Secondly, it is in the interest of governments to intervene in an industry if in this way it helps national companies overcome the entry barriers created by foreign companies who have already reaped the advantage in the one who acts first. In conclusion, if these arguments are correct, the government has many reasons to intervene in the international trade. For this, you must choose important technologies and grant subsidies to the development. With this, companies will be able to complete a board